Hey guys, and welcome back to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. I recently did a Outrun video because an update was available, right? Some tweaks were available that made this game better, some quality of life improvements, some better graphical improvements. So the initial video that I did was for Windows, but I got a lot of comments, a lot of requests saying, how do I get this working on the Steam Deck? So I had like an older version on the Steam Deck. So what I did was I deleted my older version, and then I was like, let me put this newer version on there on my Steam Deck. So if you don't know how to get this game, I'll link my original video in the description. Check that out. That will give you some pointers of how you can obtain this game if you don't already own it. But what we will do in this video is we will install this on our Steam Deck. Now, the footage you're going to see after the gameplay, everything is captured on the Steam Deck. I didn't use a dock. I only used the Steam Deck, no external keyboard, nothing at all plugged in. All I did was I laid down in bed, I grabbed my Steam Deck, and I've done everything on the Steam Deck using nothing but the Steam Deck. The reason that I've gone for this approach in particular is some of you guys may not have an external keyboard, you may not have a dock. The only way you may be able to do it is via a Steam Deck. So this way it covers absolutely everyone, right? If you've got a dock, you know, wicked, use it, make it easier for yourself. If you haven't, then you can do everything via your Steam Deck, and I will show you step by step how you can get through everything. So guys, before we go further into it, if you're not subscribed to the channel, then a subscription and a like is always super duper appreciated. I've also set up a Patreon if you would like to financially support the channel. Anyway guys, let's have a look at this Steam Deck tutorial, and let's get this awesome arcade racer working on our, well, awesome devices. So guys, let's begin. So the first thing we want to do is open Firefox or whatever browser you've got on your Steam Deck and head over to that URL, right? I'll also leave it linked in the description. And the first thing we want to do is, once we're on that page, just scroll all the way down, guys, all the way down. Let's just keep going. And here we go. What we want to do, that first line down there, Outrun 2006, tweaks 0.4.1, the zip, that's what we want to do. We want to download that. Once we have downloaded that, head over to your downloads and let's extract the file, right? So it works with the inbuilt extraction software, whatever you want to call it, the inbuilt extraction that the Steam Deck offers. And now that we've got that one, let's just get rid of this for housekeeping. So we've only got the folder that we actually need, right? So far we've we've downloaded the tweaks, we've unpacked those tweaks, right? So on the left-hand side, we've got the downloads. On the right-hand side, we have got the game, right? Outrun 2006 downloaded. And guys, it's very, very simple. Highlight the three things within the tweaks folder once you've extracted it, copy them, and then paste them over into your game's main directory once you've got it installed. Like I said, if you don't know how to get the game, watch the video I've linked in the description. Hopefully that will help you get the game. And that's pretty much most of it done. There is something that's left over. Now, one thing to point out here, Linux is case sensitive. As you can see, the OR2006C2C exe. The new one that we've added is lowercase. The old one that I had was in uppercase. So just to be on the safe side, delete the old exe. Now, if the cases match, it will overwrite it. In this case, because one is uppercase, one is lowercase, and Linux recognizes case, or is case sensitive, we've just deleted the old exe, right? So just make sure you do that. If, like me, your existing exe was in capitals and the new one is in lowercase like it is over here. That's kind of it, guys. Now, the next step we want to take is we go back into Firefox, right? And what's really, really important here is on the page here, you are going to see some options, right? Now, these are launch options that we need to add for the game, right? So just copy these for now. We're going to have to add these as a command line to launch the game for the tweaks to work and take place. So just kind of highlight that. Oh, okay, I've made a little bit of a mistake there. Let me try again, guys. I filmed this earlier, so when I'm doing a voiceover, I'm actually trying to match everything. And when I'm doing this on the Steam Deck with the trackpads, it's a little bit harder than doing it with a mouse. But here you go, guys, I've nailed it. So bear with me, right? Because these kind of tutorials are a little bit harder to do. I prefer doing them in real time. So anyway, let's copy that because we are going to use this in just a minute. Next thing we want to do, guys, is we want to go and head over to Steam, right? So if you haven't noticed already, we are in desktop mode, right? I'm pretty sure you guys know what that is. So let's go and launch Steam. And what we're going to do with Steam is we're going to add a non-Steam game. So here you go, as you saw from games, the tab up top, you go to add non-Steam game and it brings you up to a big list. But what we're going to do is we're going to go down to browse. Now my one I've installed on the external SD card. It runs really well off the SD card. We've got it there. I'm going to go to primary, haven't got too many folders there. I've got a folder called PC games, and as you can see the Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast folder there. And in there, what we want to do now, guys, is we want to find the exe. And there you go. There it is, right? We add that into Steam as a non-Steam game, and you're going to see it just pop up there in a second once I kind of say add selected game. There you go, you've got it out there. We'll talk about how we can make it look a little bit prettier, but initially let's now go in and paste that command line launch option that we've kind of put in there, right? Sorry if I'm getting any of the technical terms wrong, but if you follow along, you're gonna get it, right? So we copied that earlier. I've still got it on my clipboard, and we paste that in there, right? Then go to compatibility and just do that little tick box, force the use of specific Steam Play compatibility tool. And guys, that pretty much is it, right? The game will run. So let's run the game a little bit, right? So here we go. Let's just run it, and I want to show you something, right? Because initially when you get it, the resolution isn't correct, right? But we can go into the ini and change that. So look, as it launches over here, we're gonna get a small window. Here you go. So it's not quite up to size yet. So let's exit this and then just go into the .ini file, which should by default open with a text reader, right? Like WordPad. I don't know the exact terms on Linux, but it'll be some kind of text editing tool, right? So let me just exit this. So what we're gonna do now, let's go back to our game installation folder. Okay, so once you're back in your game installation folder, guys, look for the Outrun 2006 INI. There's also a Tweaks INI. What the Tweaks INI does, it's got all of them turned on by default. So unless you want to tweak something, you don't really need to look at it, but feel free to do so. So what we want to do here is we want to change this over to the native resolution of the Steam Deck, which is 1280 by 800. So let's just do that. And like I said, I've done everything here on the Steam Deck, right? So I appreciate some people out there don't have an external keyboard, don't have docks, and it's easy to do, right? I mean, it's a little bit difficult navigating around compared to like a comfortable keyboard and a setup, but you can do it, right? So here we go. Once we've input 1280 by 800, go up to the top, go up to file, and then go to save. And guys, you are rocking and rolling. Once we've saved that, we're gonna close it. Let's launch the game again, right? Come on, close it, Pixel. Why are you taking so long? Like I said, guys, I'm kind of trying to match the voice with what I did earlier. So far, I don't think I've done the worst job out there, but I could have done better, right? So here we go. Let's play it now. And when we launch the game now, you are going to see straight away what it's going to run like, right? If you do want to play it in desktop mode, you don't have to, right? You can actually go over and play in normal, like the normal Steam mode, right? You know, when you boot it up, because you've added a non-Steam game, this will show up this will show up in your Steam games, right? So you've got Outrun over there, and that's really it, guys. It is running. Now, the last part in here, stick around. I'm going to give you some advice, because when you add a non-Steam game, what happens is you don't get all the snazzy artwork, right? So you've got all your games that you bought off Steam that look nice, but then this one here is just a bit of text and it doesn't look nice in the library. I'm going to show you a resource that you can apply to give yourself some very, very nice graphics, right? So we're talking, we've got the logo, we've got what's called a hero, we've got, you know, all the different artwork for Steam. There's a resource available for it. If you're not interested in that, guys, profit. If you've done everything in this tutorial, you are enjoying this game like I'm enjoying it now. And what I did in this tutorial was everything was filmed sequentially. So I added the game and then I ran it. So I know it works. It wasn't something that I did previously. I actually installed it, and everything you saw, the whole process you saw, was from A all the way to Z to get the game working. But let's now go and have a look at the artwork and see how we can actually make it look so nice. Right, guys, again, from Firefox or whatever browser you're using, head over to steamgriddb.com, and once you go there, you're going to be presented with this screen, and yes, you've probably guessed it, we are going to search for Outrun. Again, typing everything on the Steam Deck, so let's just go and search for Outrun 2006. Pardon my slow typing, I am using the trackpads to navigate around. I really do think Steam has great like control options, right? There are so many out there, so let's kind of get rid of that. And here you go, you've got all this different artwork out here, right? You've got like grid, heroes, icon, you know, you've got the wider one, you've got quite a number of choices. So you can go in here, download it, right, guys, and then you can add that as images for your game. Now, let's download it and save it at the default location. What it is, it's in downloads, right? I mean, I've actually made folders called artworks. When I've added something in there, I've just kept it a little bit more organized. It's up to you how you kind of organize your stuff. But let's go ahead and download another piece of artwork. So we've got 2, and then we'll add it to that. Now, experiment with this, guys, because what you're seeing in this video is just a raw example, right? There you go, logos, icons, everything is there, right? This is a raw example. Play around with it, because what you're seeing in this video is what isn't the final version I went with. Let me see if I can overlay a picture, right? I'll take a picture of my Steam Deck because I spent a little bit of time with it and I ended up using it. So that's the logo I've got, right? So when you're looking at a list of Steam games, the little logo, the little icon that's there. So once you've got your downloads, right, I'm only going to show you one here, but you can do this on every part of it, right? So if you go over to the downloads folder, let me click on that, and here you go. I've got that set over there. So it's completely up to you how you want to do it. Again, where it says or 2006 c2c.exe, you can change that as well. You can pretty much change everything that you've got out there. So here you go, the logo, you go into properties, you click there and you select your logo, right? Okay, I've got the PNG there, but for some reason I'm kind of going down there when I shouldn't be, but that's the PNG. Here you go, I realized that it clicks, I've picked it there and I've got the logo there. And as you can see on the list on the left hand side, we've got it there. So guys, mess around with this, get the artwork that you like. If you want to make your own custom artwork, you can add it, right? Okay, so that's really it for this video, guys. If you've done everything in this tutorial, excellent. You're playing this game, you've got good artwork, you're having a good time. Anyway, guys, be awesome to one another. If you're not subscribed, subscription and a like is super duper appreciated. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.